Okay, so in this video we're going to sort out the Twizy's rubbing brake issue. So if you're familiar with the Twizy, it's a super lightweight little go-kart car and there's no sound deadening or anything like that. So as a result you hear pretty much everything that happens outside. Now all cars have a little bit of disc pad rubbing. That's just kind of the nature of how they are, because obviously the discs sit very, or the pads sit very close to the discs even. But on the Twizy that is kind of exacerbated for a couple of reasons. One, the pads and the discs are very small. As I mentioned, there's no sound deadening, and there is an issue where the caliper piston can become corroded, which inhibits the ability for the piston to retract a little bit, which means there's a little bit more pressure between the discs and the pads on the Twizy, which means you get sometimes some quite severe brake pad rubbing. So I always obviously stored this car inside, but I think the previous owners used to live outside, which is fine, but it just increases the level of corrosion with the car sat in the damp and the wet, and so that's why my Twizy's always had quite a high level of brake pad rubbing noise, which I'll show you now. So not mega severe, but annoying nonetheless, and I'm pretty confident before I did this that it was really only the front ones, because as you're turning left and right and obviously putting a bit of pressure on the front discs and pads, it does variate the noise, whereas I'm pretty sure there's nothing coming from the back. And also the back piston is a winding one where you kind of wind it in or out and it adjusts over time. I did take the back wheels off and have a little look and just confirm that pretty much it was as I believe. So I haven't done anything with those. This is all just about the fronts, and in total to do both the front piston cleanups, assuming it's mild, will take you about 40 minutes, so not a lot of time whatsoever. So we'll just briefly cover that in this video and hopefully it's helpful to you. So my car is a 2014 model, so I don't believe there's going to be any variants, but just to be clear, this is 2014, and I recommend a few things. First of all, some form of protective glove. I use these mechanics gloves that I've had about 7 years. Two reasons: one, it keeps your hands clean, but also you regularly kind of knock and bump your hand and fingers whilst doing this kind of work, so this helps kind of add a little bit of protection there. A small hammer, just to help persuade things in or out as needed, and we'll talk about that as we go through this piece of work. I recommend a small socket wrench because there's not a lot of room around there on the Twizy, but it is very workable. And you also need a 13mm socket, and then 2 Allen keys, a larger 6mm one and a smaller 5mm Allen key, and then finally recommend some wire wool that you can just use to help clean up that piston. And if you have some, it's not needed, but I do recommend it, some thread lock, and just when you're putting some of the bolts back in, you want to be able to make sure they're not going to come loose. So first things first, which I won't cover here, obviously you need to jack up the car, take the wheel off, so you have access to the discs, pads and caliper. First things you want to do is take the 5mm Allen wrench and undo the 2 small pins that hold the front pad in place. Undo those. They unscrew about 1 centimetre, and then you just need to pull them out because it is a pin. Then move your way up a little bit to the larger 6mm Allen bolt. This kind of also holds the front disc, the front pad in place, and it's kind of got a little U shape which helps keep things in place. So undo that and take that out to one side. Now the harder bit is these 2 13mm bolts that are at the back of the caliper. You need to undo these to be able to take the caliper away from the disc. So you may need to spray some WD-40 depending on how old your car is and kind of how corroded those bolts may be. For me it just needed a little bit of persuasion, so just gently holding on it, and that is where, as expected, I bashed my hand and my finger, so that's where the gloves help. But once those come off, be ready and the caliper will fall away from the disc, and then simply what you need to do is just take the 2 pads out, and then there's like this retaining metal bracket. Just pop that off as well. Then when you look inside, you'll see how bad the corrosion is. So as you can see in mine, it was kind of mild, but significant enough that it explains why the piston isn't retracting all the way. So the easiest thing to do now is to extend that piston a little bit so you have a bit more room to be cleaning. So just very gently give a push on the brake pedal, and that will ease the piston out. So once it's out, you've got an extra centimetre of clearance. With the wire ball, just gently clean around it. Depending on how much corrosion you have, you may need to use some metal cleaner or something, but I was able to just use the wire wool and rub around it. The hardest bit is around the top, where the piston is obviously inhibited by the caliper. So I just got some wire wool and kind of threaded it kind of over the top, and then just gently rubbed that with one of the Allen keys just to kind of agitate the corrosion on the top, and that went perfectly fine, all nice and clean. Then what we need to do is take the front cover off the Twizy. I haven't done that in this video. That is covered in a video I did previously where I replaced the light bulbs, but like basically it's just on clips. Put your hands at the top two sides and gently pull back and it will unclip. Here you'll see the brake fluid reservoir. Just need to undo the top of that, because now we're going to push the piston back, and if we don't do that, then we will get fluid build up and we might damage something. So just pop the lid of that off, then come back round to the piston, and basically with two thumbs you should be able to just gently push that caliper back. It will take a little bit of effort, but it should flow back quite easily. If it's not doing that, then unfortunately you have more corrosion and you may have to take the whole piston out and clean it up, but that's not covered in this video. Once that's pushed back, now basically going to reverse the steps. So put that metal bracket back on. It kind of slips into a little pin placement at the bottom and goes over the bolt at the top. Then put the back pad on. It just sits in the recess. I should mention there is a little kind of spring bracket at the top. That's probably unlikely going to fall out, but if it does, just make sure you put that back in, because it helps provide some tension onto the pads. Then slide the front pad back in place, and then offer this back up to the disc. Then what you want to do is get one of those 13mm bolts. If you've got some, put a little bit of thread lock around the end, and I recommend placing that in the top bolt and securing that just enough that it holds it in place, so just finger tight. Then do the second one, so the second 13mm bolt, put that in the bottom just to hold the caliper nicely in place. Then I would recommend you doing up that larger 6mm bolt that then just helps keep that front pad all nice and firm. Then slowly move around. Once those are in, then go back, do up the two 30mm bolts as tight as they need to be, along with that 6mm bolt at the top. Then get those two retaining pins, the 5mm ones. You need to put some pressure onto that front pad, kind of just pushing it up into the caliper a little bit as you gently push those pins through. They may need a little bit of persuasion. You just want to knock them through so just the last bit of thread is showing, and do those up tight. Pop the wheel back on, gently lower it down, obviously tighten up with the bolts, and then you're pretty much done. I recommend going over to the other side and doing the same on the other wheel. Obviously once you're all done, you need to go back to the front of the car, do up the reservoir, make sure that's nice and tight, and get in the car and pump the brakes a few times so the pedal is now once nice and firm again. Then just do a very gentle drive. You will notice that initially there is some rubbing, so you just want to do a few accelerations and hard braking just to kind of get the piston moving in and out of the caliper freely, and then hopefully you have a much reduced brake rubbing noise. So you can tell on mine there's only a very slight amount of rub, but when driving you can hardly hear that at all, due to obviously the revolution speed being much more significant than I can show you here. So that's it. So I'm really happy. I hope it was helpful. So 40 minutes well spent. Obviously if your car's outside in the rain and you're not using it so often, the corrosion will build up quicker. You can get stainless steel aftermarket pistons. I just don't think it's worth spending the money unless you really are using the car so rarely and it just sits outside all the time in the wet, but for 40 minutes job, you know, it's fairly straightforward to clean up. So hope this video was helpful. If you've got a Twizy and you've done something similar and it still didn't work, I'd be really interested to know. So yeah, no more rubby Twizy. Thanks for watching this video. A thumbs up would be really appreciated. If you're interested in other geek type videos, please consider subscribing to Spectrum Geeks. Why not also follow us on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. And before you leave, why don't you check out one of these other videos that may be of interest. Thanks again for watching.